Hey there friends, thanks for checking in. Going to do a range comparison video today with the Glock 19 and the FNS 9C. Both very popular carry choices. As a matter of fact, the Glock 19 is the most popular carry choice amongst Americans out there by far. Many people love that Glock 19 and I do too. But the FNS 9C is a very good gun too, no question about it. I've owned this one for quite a while now and I've got some good experience behind it. So this should make for a great comparison. Let's start with the price. This is a Gen 3. Glock 19 is going to run you about $5.25 to $5.40. You know, and that's pretty standard. Not a lot of fluctuation in price with Glock. This FNS 9C, I paid $4.25 for it, and it did include night sights. So as far as price is concerned, you're going to get a better value with the FNS 9C. Goes about $100 less. But there are some differences here. Now, people love the Glock reliability, as do I, and it is extremely reliable. Shoot anything through it. It feeds and functions very well. The one thing in regards to the finger grooves that I don't particularly like is it doesn't fit my hand very well. So it's a hand size thing, but I prefer not to have that. Other ergos on the gun are not bad. It is thick, no question about it. Does hold 15 rounds in the double stack magazine. Quality magazines that feed well. No issue at all there. The sights, sights are a little bit to be desired, I should say, because most people who have these change them out. But, if you love Glocks and you don't mind the sights, that's not too bad either. They do stand out a bit. Does have an accessory rail. Does have the trigger bar in the trigger. And we'll go ahead and show. Glock says it's a 5.5 pound trigger pull. My trigger bar, or my trigger measurement tool, measures this at 6.25. Whatever. We'll just go in between there. Overall, very nice feel to it, albeit blocky. Now the FNS 9C does have some features here that Glock does not, and we'll start out with the grip. It does have interchangeable back straps, as where the Gen 4s do, but the Gen 3s do not. This one does. Comes with a couple back straps, and does have stippling, pretty aggressive stippling all around. No finger grooves. As far as ergos go, I like the FNS 9C. Does have a full 1913 rail here for your accessories. Serrations in the front and rear of the slide. Already mentioned 3-dot night sights that I really do appreciate a lot. And this gun is also ambidextrous, as where the Glock is not. You've got your controls on the left-hand side of the gun. Makes it good for right-handed shooters. This, both right and lefties, can work just as well. The feel of the gun is good. It does have a hinged trigger here, much like the M&P models. You can see it does have a hinged trigger here, and overall, not a bad break at all. I really have come to appreciate the FN triggers. The people who love Glock are going to say the differences stand out, most of all during the shooting. So here we are, 12 yards away from a 10-inch target. I got 8 rounds loaded up in the Glock 19. Let's see how I do. All right, not bad at all. Now let's check out the FNS 9C. All right, so both those felt great. They were accurate for me. I didn't see a major difference either which way. I've got 6 rounds loaded up in each. Let's see how quick we can do some double taps. All right, so now let's draw and shoot at that target. FNS 9C. During that range shooting, both guns performed excellent, just as I hoped they would, just as I actually knew they would. I didn't see any great shift either which way. The main difference is the trigger, with the Glock having the trigger bar and the FNS 9C with that hinged trigger. But in the act of shooting, you just fire away and the guns work very well. I think it's only fair now to talk about some things that I don't care for in each of the guns. Now, the Glock, I already mentioned, I don't care for these finger grooves, and it is very thick and it is very blocky. Now, I know that's sort of trademark Glock, that's how they are, but you know, it's just something to consider when carrying the gun. It is thick, and you will feel it on your side if that's where you carry it. Now, the FNS 9C, it's a great carry gun. The one thing that I don't care for, although the mag release is ambidextrous, the left side of the gun, as you go to release it, you have to push in really hard. And I actually talked to the guys at SHOT Show about that, and even there, I'm pushing in. It's not releasing very well. Sure, you could drop your trigger finger that way, but then you may have to change the angle of the gun. I wish that weren't like that. I know the other models aren't like that. They made it on the FNS 9C. A major advantage for the Glock is the simplicity of it, and I definitely agree with that. Field stripping couldn't be easier. This is just one component of simplicity of Glock. And then the FNS 9C is not too bad either. I already have the magazines removed. Push that lever down, release the slide, pull the trigger. That stuck a little bit, and just like that, this gun is field stripped. Overall, both these guns are great choices. There's no question about it. Now, they're not showpieces. They're not the best looking guns, but that's not what they're for. They're tools for self-defense, and you can't go wrong with either of them. Glock is very simple in the changing out the parts and the reliability behind it. They have high capacity magazines that you can buy for them, and you just can't beat the reliability of the Glock, and it has a wonderful reputation for reliability and accuracy. Having said that, the FNS 9C is no slouch either. I mean, this gun has performed great for me. I've run a lot of rounds through it, never had any problems. I'm not crazy about the mag release, but overall it's $100 less. Now, the FNS 9C will also accept higher capacity FN mags as well. Overall, I do love the gun. I love them both, but we have a $100 difference here, and if you consider that and everything that the gun offers, considering how well both of them shoot, if I had to choose one, I'm taking the FNS 9C. If you like videos like this, please subscribe and share. I always appreciate the thumbs up button. Thanks for watching, and you guys be safe.